Hello, I'm Kim Sauer at Apex 2017 in San Diego. With me today is George Babka from Yamaha. Welcome to the second day of the show.
Yes.
Now, you have a very impressive booth here with lots of equipment. We'll touch on what you've got here on display first, but let's talk about the market first. What are the market dynamics? What trends are you seeing on the US market? What feedback are you getting from your customers?
Well, a couple things. Yamaha's always been pretty strong in automotive, and we've seen a lot of automotive manufacturers make some significant investments over the last year. In fact, our business grew about 60% in North America in 2016. Major trend was an increase in the automotive sector, but also in the contract manufacturing sector, we're seeing a lot more people doing odd form assembly and replacing hand insertion operations, and customizing our existing machines for more of a back-end assembly, which is actually as we move forward, that should be a growth trend for several years. As contract manufacturers try to pull their labor out of the product, the labor costs out of the product.
So automation very strong on the home market, as it were,
absolutely.
Which then benefits the solutions. And in terms of those solutions that you have, obviously a well-established brand name and a whole host of solutions. In order to be able to give the customers here what they really need, and time to market is getting quicker, the accuracy is quicker, and automotive obviously needs precision and traceability. How does that influence what you're putting out on the market, and what do you have to answer those questions?
Well, there's a couple things. One is, Yamaha 2 years ago purchased Hitachi's SMT division, and we fully integrated the Sigma product into that. I think the last time I talked to you, I talked to you for 10 minutes about that machine, but we won't do that again. So now having that software work, and integrated into the rest of our platforms has really been a major push for us. That's helped. But we look at now also the addition of the iPulse line, which the iPulse line has been a Yamaha product for I think over 9 years, but was running as a completely separate organization. Now we're bringing that in to our sales group. And so we're able to offer a lot more of a complete range of products, from entry-level and small batch prototyping to high-volume machines, and kind of everything in between. So being able to offer that, as well as connectivity to our other products, which is our screen printers and our 3D AOI system, feedback back and forth, has really given us the ability to kind of isolate defects where they happen and correct them before they become factory escapes. So as we look forward to Factory 4.0, the connectivity to the cloud is something that we've been doing in some respects already, with communicating back to the factory with diagnostic information, where you can log into a machine remotely, and if the customer will allow that connectivity, to do some remote diagnostics. But as we move into Factory 4.0, we have quite a lot of large multinational companies that do in their automotive, that we can test communications across, within Japan first, and then inside of Japan and outside of Japan, say like in the U.S., to test that and take step-by-step look at this total factory connectedness. And as we see, there's two parts. There's reporting across all factories in a global company to be able to share information back and forth automatically. And then the other part of that is the remote diagnostics, or being able to provide service, virtually or whatever, being able to drive products directly to a customer without having to necessarily wait for someone to come out or to diagnose locally. So that second part is really where the customer comes in to say, well, what level of exposure do I want to have in the outside world?
Sure.
That's kind of a concern of all of ours.
Yeah, absolutely. So the real direction of Industry 4.0 IoT,
Yes.
smart factory. Great. Well, thank you very much for your interview today.
Thank you.
Thank you.